Where's this coming from, RJ?
RJ, thank goodness you're here.
Oh, what's this? A woman who wants me.
But, not like that, okay? We've got business to discuss. You will excuse us, won't you?
Do I have a choice?
Am I interrupting?
Oh, of course you are, Dorian.
It's okay. We'll talk, okay?
Okay. Well, let's get me out of here.
Yes, let's. Oh, Tom, okay? What has that woman done to you? You're not a drinker.
I am tonight.
Why? Look, you can't drink, okay? Because I need your help.
Well, that's the story of my life.
Here's my story. Look, I put my personal feelings, not to mention my pride, aside, and I went to Viki. I tried to make peace with her. She practically slammed the door in my face, and I know why, because she's hiding something or someone. Now I'm leaving out the best part. There was blood on her stairs. Blood, RJ. What's going on with you two?
Nothing. Nothing, I'm sorry to say.
Tell you what, I'm going to order us some black coffee, okay? And then you can tell me the whole story.
Wait a minute. What was this about, blood? Whose blood was it?
Oh, well, I'm not sure about that. But then, when I read the story about the shootout in the papers...
Stop, back up. What shootout?
At that dive, Crossroads.
The bar you went to.
The bar Viki went to and fell in love with the bartender.
So who did the shooting?
They're not sure. But where have you been the last few days? I mean, this has been all over the news. The bartender is missing.
And
there's blood on Queen Victoria's staircase. Do you not see that there might be a connection between those two things? I do, and I intend to prove that there is.
how are you going to do that?
By breaking into her house. And you, my friend, are going to help me.
Look, Dorian, I have problems of my own. I cannot afford a run-in with the law.
Who says we'll get caught?
What are you doing here?
Well, I should ask you the same thing.
Would you excuse us?
Of course, Max. I'll go talk to my young niece.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be running the club.
It's closed, all right? I got tired of dodging creditors.
Those doors stay open as long as the law allows.
Oh, while you're off chasing Kelly Kramer?
I'm there.
Yeah, sure, as long as it doesn't interfere with your love life. Look, Max, indigo is all I've got.
Hey, I got plenty of money sunk into that sinkhole myself.
Well, you can just kiss it all goodbye.
No way. I got it all figured out. Trust me.
When I think that you could have any man in Landview.
Dorian, Max is making me happy right now. He's helping me find out who I am. Is that so difficult for you to understand?
The Kelly Kramer I know would never take her happiness at someone else's expense.
Oh, Dorian.
Really? Blair is miserable without him.
No, Blair is wrong. She kicked him out. She made him miserable.
Despite her anger and her acting out, I think she truly loves him. Heaven knows why. She's making herself sick over this.
Oh, she just can't handle that he's not suicidal.
Something is wrong, all right? And it all started when she found out that you were sleeping with Max. With you or without you, I'm going to search Vicki's house. I've got to find out what she's hiding.
A body, maybe?
Fine, make fun of me if you like.
Dorian, I'm just trying to keep you from landing in jail again.
That's it.
Look, whatever it is, I don't want to know.
Vicky agreed to have dinner with me. I'll just tell her that I want to have lunch at her place. Then I'll get there early. Can we talk? Now?
It'll just take a minute.
Go get her.
Get back on track here.
Are you avoiding questions about your love life because of your poor track record?
I just love this. Kelly is making the biggest fool of herself.
I'm sorry, I was listening on the radio. She's doing beautifully.
Max is different. I mean, Max, I don't care about Max. I didn't mean to say it that way. You don't need to write it down.
Dorian, out.
Excuse me, what have I done?
Oh, I don't know what you've done yet, but I know that when you show up here, the place turns into a disaster area.
Oh, it was my fault that Senator Graham was shot and killed while I was here?
I don't know. Was it your fault that my mother's office was ransacked? What about that?
Oh, I guess your mother hasn't told you.
So told me what?
I've decided to drop my vendetta against her.
What are you telling me? You don't blame my mother for Mel's death anymore?
I realize now it's futile, that your mother and I need each other.
Since when? And for what? Okay, Dorian. Please continue with your cock and bull story.
Your mother and I need to make peace. That's why I came here.
I'm not buying that any more than my mother would. Oh, hold on a second.
You know, Dorian, you're never going to convince him, so, why don't you just go, okay?
Because, Blair, I need information, and so far you haven't been able to get it for me. The only reason I gave Kevin Mel's files was so that I could get you a job here, behind enemy lines. So far you've been most unproductive.
Okay.
All right, but first of all, I want to say, I really do believe that Mel would want me to drop this vendetta and move on.
Okay, that I'll give you.
Okay. See, my family is wounded, and if I can somehow manage to make peace with your mother, perhaps I can help them heal.
What are you, Florence Nightingale now?
Whatever you say.
Oh, Dorian, you see, this presupposes that my mother had something to do with your family's wounds in the first place, and she doesn't.
Is this the thanks that I get for giving you Mel's files? What happened to your promise of a posthumous Pulitzer Prize for him? You aren't fit to walk half a mile in his shoes.
As a matter of fact, I'm working on Mel's story right now. And you know what it has me doing? Field reporting. Which means I have to leave. Which means I get to escort you to the door. Thank God. Let's go.
Not so fast. What are you talking about? What's Mel's story?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Oh, really? Excuse me, you are not going to publish anything under my husband's byline without my permission.
Well, wow, you should have thought of that before you gave me the material.
Why am I even talking to you? I should go straight to the top. Your mother. Oh, and you certainly haven't wasted any time filling Cassie's position, have you? She's pretty. Can she type?
This is Grace Monroe. Grace Monroe is our styles editor. This is Dorian Lord Hayes.
Hello. Where have I seen you before?
My first day in town at the diner.
Oh! And here you are, at my daughter's desk.
Yes, actually, I've heard a lot of wonderful things about your daughter, Cassie, and everyone is eager to have her come back.
And then where will you be?
Oh, I'm sure that they'll find a corner for me to sit in. But if it's bothering you, I can move now.
No, that's not going to be necessary at all. This desk will be here for Cassie when she comes home.
When she comes home, I pray that she's going to be so healthy, she won't want to be here.
Okay, Dorian, let's go. Come on. Look, you came here to see my mother. My mother is not here for you to see. She's at home sick.
Your mother's sick? Come on, Vicky's never been sick.
Oh, you know what? That's my fault. Really, I forgot that you know more about my mother than I do.
So please tell me, Dorian, why is my mother sitting at home today? Is she pretending to be sick?
Oh, I was ringing at the front door. You obviously didn't hear me. Chicken soup. I heard you were sick.
Dorian, what is going on?
I intend to keep holding out the hand of reconciliation until you finally decide to accept it. Now sit down. I'll spoon feed you if you like.